Hello, everybody. We're here with Alan at Big Hard Books and Classics on Christmas
Hello,
Eve.
happy Christmas.
So, what
Have I
have
ever
you been
showed,
up to, Alan?
have I ever showed you my broken finger, Sean?
No, I don't think so.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's broken. I still find the way to play guitar. I used to be a really good guitar player, but yeah, it's been broken for about 20 years. But yeah, man, I've been up to just doing some painting today. Weekends in America it's a football, so watch football a little bit. Um, just kicking back, reading few books.
Yeah, I finished the third Empire novel of Isaac Asimov today. I'm behind in reading. I should have been finished the a reread of Christmas Carol. I'm doing the manuscript version of it, so I want to see what the difference is between that and the published version, if any.
I see. A lot of booktube events going on. Um, I don't know. I'm not really participating in too many. I mentioned Criminal is having a live thing tomorrow for people.
Hi,
That's
Greg, and Aaron's here. We
hey
got
Aaron.
five here, I think, at the moment, or six now. So
Oh, cool. Merry Christmas. I was
so
telling
what?
Sean I'm not doing anything until tomorrow afternoon for Christmas, but I'm in the spirit. Ever since I moved to like Portland, Oregon, 12 years ago, I my attitude towards Christmas has changed a lot. I don't know exactly why. It might be the weather or just the laid back people compared to Phoenix. You know, having Christmas when it's 70 degrees is,
Hi, Mark. Merry Christmas to you as well and family.
yeah, I can't see the comments very well.
It's Mark Richardson. Richardson reads.
Oh, cool. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have a turkey. At least that's the plan. I was contemplating going live while I was having it, but there's too many. I live in a shared house, so there's too many around, too many people around.
Yeah, but even if you could make some, just take some photos, some pictures, and
Yeah,
make it
that's
into
true. Yeah.
a vlog, it'd be cool. I'm getting ready to cook a salmon for my new Christmas Eve salmon with just spinach. We get good salmon up here, Pacific Northwest. Are you into graphic novels, Sean?
Not
Like
particularly. No, I've read a few, but not many.
this one has really been intriguing me lately. From Hell,
Yeah, I've read that one. Yeah.
boy, it's really I never read it. Now I'm this close to finishing it. You know, it has a lot of end notes, but I'm making notes in that. There's another booktuber, Adam Savage. I think we're going to do a live talk about it probably next month. You know,
Yeah, it's pretty good. Have you seen the film as well with Johnny Depp?
no, no, I
Yeah,
never saw it.
it's a bit different, but it's actually quite good. Actually, I enjoyed it. I haven't seen it for a long time though.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Well, there's your Chinese, Alan. You were talking about that earlier.
Oh yeah, that's funny, Greg. I talked to Greg today too, but I don't think I mentioned how I was jonesing for Chinese food to him. But it's funny on these live things, people, you'll mention people and they'll pop up.
Oh, shit. Still
So now that
coughing.
we have Greg on, or did you want to say something?
No, I was just saying I'm still coughing from I've spread a whole bunch of garlic powder around, and I was breathing it in. It's all over the place, and I can't get rid of the smell of it. And I can bear. It's about the only thing I can smell and taste these days.
Oh, I thought you did that down like in the kitchen, but you did it in your room, huh?
Yeah.
Well, now that we have Greg on, we're doing this on February, correct?
February. Yeah, I think that's what I have it down for.
Okay, Paradise Lost, and I was going through this. I had an excellent buddy read of this last year, January 2021. It was a group read, really, on BookTube. And then I first read it like 2020 here in Portland. So I have pretty good annotations on here. This is a good edition. Barnes and Noble, I didn't get it like specifically, but I lucked out. It has the illustrations by Blake. So
yeah, I haven't read it since I was, I think, in high school sometime in the 1980s. And looking forward to reading it again.
yeah, me too. And I know Greg's read it before. So and so I think that's a major book I'm reading in February. I've got two buddy reads in next month. You know what? Marlon James, Sean.
No, I don't think so.
He wrote Black Leopard, Red Wolf, and he wrote A Brief History of Seven Killings. He's a Jamaican author. But that's a buddy read. And then, what's your opinion on Confederacy of Dunces?
Yeah, I really liked that when I read it. Yeah, it was
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, I thought you were going to say you didn't like this either.
No, I liked it.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I've read this about 3, 4 times, but we're group reading that next month. Just I like to read humorous books. The more I think about it, look at my recent reading habits, except for like Tolstoy, I've been reading some humorous books.
Yeah, I haven't read too many lately. My biggest go-to for humor was P.G. Wodehouse and Rumpole books, basically. John Mortimer Rumpole. But I haven't read any of those for a long time.
Like a book like Naked Lunch, which I know you don't like, but to me it's a humorous book. I got a twisted sense of humor, maybe, but or like even a twisted sense of humor about like A Clockwork Orange. I think is halfway humorous. At least how Alex gets paid back. The payback of it. What are the comments?
Yeah, Greg's asking the Flashman novels. Yeah, I haven't read them all, but they're really good. Have you read any of those, Alan?
I haven't.
They're good.
Yeah, that's why I like, making friends with people. Greg's turned me on to a lot of books. We're buddy reading several next year. I don't know. I like to buddy read a lot, but I'm going to take time out to try to read by myself with the help of a commenter extraordinaire in England, Claire Shepard, War and Peace. got a couple editions. I'm gonna knock that out by myself.
Yeah, Mark likes them. When are you going to read War and Peace?
I'm not sure yet. I'm like booked up through March.
Yeah, I got a lot. Merry Christmas, Amy. And back, I had Ray up, but I didn't say Ray. Merry
Hey
Christmas,
guys.
Amy.
Hey Amy. Yeah, up in Canada, boy, we got hit with a storm last few days. My neighborhood, it's all ice, and it's real difficult to walk on, even with boots. I went out for supplies this morning, but it's like tomorrow it's going to be 55, so I'll be gone by tomorrow. But we got hit for 2 days.
Yeah, there was a bit of snow here a couple weeks ago, but it didn't last long, and it's warmed up now. It'll be raining tomorrow, or it's calling for rain in late afternoon, early evening. That's usual in the UK here.
Yep, usual here too. It's going to be raining all week, but at least it won't be snowing and sleeting. And
yeah, Amy's saying where she is there, they're snowed in, and the highways are closed, and her brother and sister-in-law had unexpectedly spent the night at their parents'.
it's like Ottawa, Canada, if memory serves.
He's got the warmer side of the storm in Nova Scotia. Very strong winds, though.
Nova Scotia, I've never been there. I've never been past Washington, D.C., so I've never seen Boston or anything. You ever been to the States, Sean?
Yeah, I've traveled through. I've been to Oklahoma, I guess is the furthest south I've been. I've been to New York a lot, Chicago, everything in between.
Oh, wow, cool. Never been to New York City, but I know Chicago fairly well. Been there a few times.
That's pretty windy, 167 kilometers an hour.
God, I'd say it's unreal.
And Greg is saying it was 12 in Virginia this morning.
Yeah.
If it was 12 Celsius, I'd say it's about equal to here. But that's not.
Yeah, that's cold. It wasn't that cold here, but see, we're not used to it really to get snow in Portland. They closed a couple of trains down for the day, the streetcars for 2 days, and the buses are sliding around. I had to take a bus this morning, so it's unusual. It doesn't last long.
Mark saying it's 6 degrees Fahrenheit in Vermont.
Ah, Vermont, Bernie Sanders country. I heard Vermont's really cool. My mentor in grad school, Norman Dubie's from Vermont, the poet.
I've been through part of Vermont, but not a lot of it. Been through most of the New England states, but that's most of where my traveling was. New York State, Pennsylvania, Michigan, further over, but the New England states a little bit.
Well, I didn't know that, Sean, because I know Michigan really well too, from Detroit all the way up to Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, because I used to. Because where I grew up was the Manitoulin Islands, so the quickest way to get to the U.S. was through Sault Ste. Marie.
Ah,
but then when I lived in Southern Ontario, it was either through Niagara Falls or Windsor, basically.
Right, and then Windsor, you can go over or under through Detroit.
if you could miss Detroit, it'd probably be best to miss Detroit.
Yeah, I was back there 6 years ago, back Toledo, Ohio, which is like a suburb of Detroit. It's where I was born and grew up. But I haven't traveled. I go to Venice. I like to go as much as I can, but I try to go after Texas. So I'll go visit like Matt Wall and Tommaso with Tom LA Books again.
Oh, Mark was saying he used to vacation in London, Ontario. Yeah, that was only about an hour's drive west of where I was, and before I came to England in Kitchener Waterloo. Sort of equal distance between London, Ontario, and Toronto.
I'd love to visit Toronto. They have a great NBA basketball team, the Raptors.
I know the name, yeah, and that's about it, I think, about them.
They won the championship a few years ago. They call it Jurassic Park, the stadium where they play.
From what I hear, for London, Ontario, though, there's only one bookstore that's left there now, but it's a pretty good bookstore. Yeah, Amy says Toronto isn't much to see. She's not a fan of Toronto.
Oh, I heard it was really nice and clean and friendly. That's where John Irving lives.
Really?
Yeah, John Irving. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a busy place. Like it's sort of funny because people talk about oh, it takes so long to drive somewhere, and it's if you're in the middle of Toronto, just to get out of Toronto, it could take you hours to drive just to get out of the city.
Well, I've heard they have a great transportation system like trains and that.
It's not bad, but it is time consuming. It's the TTC, the Toronto Transit Commission. So it's they have, and then they connect another one, a GO system, I think it was called, but they do have a subway there. They have a couple subways, and the buses and streetcars. I think they still got streetcars.
Oh. We don't have a subway here in Portland, but we have a massive train system. It's really good.
Mark was saying Irving lived in Middlebury, Vermont for decades as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I like John Irving. I just, man, I was halfway through the last chairlift and I got sidetracked. It was a library book. I had to take it back. But I was reading his latest one. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware he was alive until you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was still alive.
Well, I wonder what Mark is doing. You said he went out to a party last night and had a lot of fun.
I think he went out. I think in the Czech Republic, I think now, like on Christmas Eve, is their sort of Christmas meal type thing, and that's where he's tonight, I think.
Wow.
And I don't know when he's gonna get back. So it's basically midnight for him now, or it's past midnight. So.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's back, he's probably in bed sleeping.
Yeah, so he does like a couple of days of partying.
Yeah, I don't know if yesterday was fully planned or not, but because we were planning on doing live yesterday, so and that didn't quite work out.
Well, what are the comments? Okay. You already read them. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark's was the last one. We got 10 people watching. Oh, sorry, I just have to lean back and put my leg up because it's
No.
very painful.
Yeah, we don't have any Christmas decorations up. I got 4 Christmas cards this year. One from my dad, and then 2 from friends, and 1 from the Catholic Church down the street. So I put them up on my wall.
Yeah, I've got a couple. They're not here though. I got a few Christmas cards. I got one from the Bookish Bryants. Amy sent me one. And another friend here in the UK sent me one. So I think I got 3 this year.
Yeah, I should start sending cards out because I have several booktubers' addresses.
Yeah, I just can't get out. I've the last many years I've stopped sending cards because I just can't get out to mail it and to rely on somebody else. I might as well save the stamps and throw them directly in the trash.
Jeez, oh, well, that's a shame.
They'll never even get posted. So
now, do you live on like the first floor of your house, your building?
well, in England it's the first floor, but that means the second floor for you.
Oh,
The first floor is always the upper floor above the ground floor.
Have you ever considered getting like the scooter type thing? We have some really cool ones over here that look like Harleys, and people use them all the time.
Yeah, they're very expensive, and there's nowhere to put it. It's a terraced house. There's no parking whatsoever.
Ah, and how long have you lived there?
It's coming up to 6 years, I think, now in February.
Oh wow, that's a stretch. It's a long time.
Yeah, and to move now would be very painful.
Yeah, I know. I hate moving. I've lived in like 4 different, well, more than 4 in Portland, but the last 12 years. But I really like the place I have now. It's only a studio, but it suits me.
But yeah, it's possible I could be moving in the future. It all depends, but I want to move into a self-contained flat rather than share it again.
Oh yeah. I mean, I live with people. It's like Native American complex. It's an artist community. There's a art studio down like on the first floor. It's really killer. That's how I got in. I'm not Native American, but I submitted like it took me 2 years of a waiting process and submitting my art, you know, and surprised I got in. I'd like to stay here till indefinitely until I move to Ireland.
So you have plans to move to Ireland?
Yeah, that's my plans, but you know how that goes. Man plans and God laughs. But that's my dream to immigrate to Ireland.
Well, if Jason could be your sponsor.
Yeah, I got he sent me a picture today of him with a Santa hat and smoking a stogie with his arms crossed like that.
Yeah, he put that up on Instagram. I saw.
Oh, he did? Yeah, I don't have time to do Instagram. I don't. Do you do Twitter as well?
Sorry?
Do you do Twitter?
Yeah, but not much anymore. I used to do it a lot, but I don't use it much anymore. I still have an account, but I don't use it much.
Yeah, I never use it. I just don't have the time.
Mark says his sister lives in Milwaukee, Oregon.
Oh, really? Milwaukee's just a neighborhood, really? I live in Hollywood District. Yeah, we'll have to chat. I love it here. Yeah, Milwaukee, it's about 30 minutes away, 30, 45 minutes.
Oh, Amy says she's got off Twitter when the algorithm stopped giving her up to date, relevant, trending news. Oh, I never. I remember you saying that before, Amy. That's what you use Twitter for. So you have you closed your account then, or because I've recently tried occasionally to put up stuff of for the videos that I've done, and it's funny. It gets looked at a lot, but no one ever, like, I mean, out of dozens that I've put up, maybe one person has ever clicked on the link. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, Amy says she's deleted her account. Yeah, I've started a bit for a while, but back, but it hasn't really done anything. And I
So
have
do you,
no idea what's happening on Twitter or what he's doing to it. I have no idea.
oh, Elon, yeah. I always heard it's just a, sh- a shit show, basically, of people, anonymous, don't know who it is and just arguing. And
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there is stuff like Amy says, Elon Musk drama, but I have no idea what's going on there because I just occasionally look at it, or if I get I still in contact with several people that I had met over the last decade, 15 years. I've been on Twitter since about 2000, before 2010 actually. But the current account, I'm not sure how long I've been on, but I used to be quite active in it around probably 6 years ago, 7 years ago, in the early tens. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Mark, and thanks for dropping in.
yeah, thanks, Mark. I have to talk to him soon. I really have never talked to him.
Oh, gee, sorry, I'm fading quickly. It's
Yeah, I know. Me too. I I don't know how you feel about like talking about other people's poetry and that, but I've been making friends with Matt Wall lately
yeah.
in L.A. and I don't know. He inspires me. I like when he talks about his working in like B horror films out there.
Greg's gonna be chowing down soon, so he's going. So thanks for stopping, Greg.
Yeah, enjoy that Chinese food. Yeah, I like making Chinese food myself too. It's Americanized. Just I buy stir fry and chicken breast and but do you have Panda Express over in England?
No, I never heard of
Panda
it.
Express. It's great fast food Chinese. They have orange chicken that is the best.
Hmm. Yeah, well, there's lots of Chinese restaurants. I've never actually had Chinese takeaway or Chinese food delivered. I don't get
Oh,
much delivered food, but that is a big thing here is having Chinese delivered.
So you cook a lot then?
Mostly, yeah. Yeah. It's too expensive to have fast food delivered. It's
Right?
like, you're talking 10 to 15 pounds every time
Yeah, I
for a
hear you.
meal. And, if you did that day in, day out, that's hundreds of pounds a month.
I know. I know. I'm a foodie up here in Portland. My whole street is well, mostly Mexican. Some pizza joints, big beer halls, uh, like burger carts. There's a fish restaurant. There's a rib place up on that the other way. I haven't even been to all of them. I've been here about a little over 6 months.
Yeah, there's one little street in my town here just off the main area. It must be less than a half a mile long, like maybe a third of a mile, quarter to third mile long, and there's got to be 30 or more restaurants and takeaways and things on there. It's just almost door after door after door. It's restaurants.
You get your groceries delivered?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice. That's nice because, like, I don't drive either. So when I go grocery shopping, if I'm not careful, I'm lugging it back. I used a army duffel bag today.
Yeah, I used to have a big army duffel bag. I used to carry around books from book sales, or take books to a bookstore to sell. A
Oh
huge duffel
yeah,
bag full.
yep. And then the corners poke through. Mine's been through quite a few airports as well.
But
Have you
yeah,
read this? Have you read this book? I'm like halfway through it. Middlesex.
no, don't know.
It, it won a Pulitzer a few years ago and was an international bestseller. And you probably heard about it. It's about a hermaphrodite, but it's also about her grandparents in Greece and all that. Her brother and sister got married. Yeah. So that's how like the gene got involved. But
Wow.
it's fiction and it's kind of humorous, believe it or not.
No, I've never heard of it. So,
Yeah. This is an American author.
but yeah, I'm sort of been setting up my reading for the new year, and January is going to be really busy. If I don't know if I can do it all, uh,
Mm.
but I have several things that are going to be on a monthly basis for pretty well the whole year, which should work out. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, remind me what you're doing again. Are you doing a pirate saga? Or
Yeah. Well, Mark has left now, but Mark Richardson is doing the Great Pirate Project, and it's just to read books about pirates, history about pirates. And I've got one so far that was gifted to me, Daniel Defoe's history, uh,
oh,
general history of pirates. So it's fairly big. It's a Dover, and yeah, so that'll get me started. I'll probably rereading something from that every month. I don't think I'll finish it all in the first month because I have so much other to read. But yeah, there's that, and I'm hoping to join him with the Hornblower. Him and Faith at Faith and Books are doing the Hornblower series by C.S. Lewis, and I've never read them all, and I've never read them definitely in chronological order. So I'm hoping to do that.
now I've read some Wilbur Smith.
Yeah,
I like him. He's a page turner. I really got into like his pirate stuff and some of his other books too.
Aaron is saying where he used to live, there was Chinese opposite the pub, so the place would be rammed at kicking out time on the weekend. Yeah, that's usually most of the places are
Yeah.
most takeaways.
We have a,
And Roz is here.
oh, she is?
May fall asleep while listening, but wanted, yeah.
Huh.
So
Hey, Raz.
Christmas.
Yep. My other friend in England, in Sussex. Now, how far away from Brighton are you, Sean?
Um, don't know how many miles, but I'm sort of, I think it's more or less north and a bit west, I think, of Brighton.
I
And
think
I'm
Nathan, not
north of
Nathan.
London.
Gareth is from Brighton, around there.
Yeah, Portsmouth, I think. Yeah.
That sounds like a wild ass city.
No, he's on the south coast, basically, of England.
Um,
Gareth is, yeah. Yeah, I'm just I'm north of London, so if you got England, the bottom part, you got London, and then I'm just above that.
okay.
About if you got a straight through train from the train that's just up the road here, it's about 20 minutes into London on a train, 25 minutes, half an hour maximum.
I think I have more friends in England than I do in Portland. Dane Cobain, you, Gareth, Roz, some others. Want to get over there someday.
Yeah, I got over here and stayed.
But it's funny how you get connected with your city and neighborhood and make friends and community tie-ins and just like the weather and get tied to a city.
Hmm.
That's a hassle to move. Like if I would move in America right now, it'd probably be to LA. Just so much going on. We have a Chinatown here in Portland, but nothing compared to LA or like Chicago. I
That'd be really pricey, wouldn't it, for rent? I would think.
LA,
Yeah.
it's all relative. I mean, you make more money, and I bought this mala at a Buddhist temple in Chicago, but I uh, I like Chicago a lot, but I don't like the weather at all. Winters are brutal.
Yeah, I used to go to Chicago for several years running, uh, almost every month or every other month to a remainder house that everybody knows as a bookshop is Powell's, but they had a huge remainder warehouse there. They still do, I think.
Uh, Now I know you've never seen a Shakespeare play, but Chicago is known for great Shakespeare. They've got that Shakespeare on the Pier, on Navy Pier. The Steppenwolf Theater. I saw Richard III there. And I mean, if I drove, I'd get involved with the Shakespeare Theater here in Astoria. But so anyway, I don't know. I don't. You think we'll make it to midnight?
I'm not sure. I'm sort of fading as it is. Sorry, I because I haven't had much rest in the last couple of days. So, and I've been catching it naps here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
but yeah, maybe we'll call it a night at this point and wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And
yeah.
we'll be back another time.
Yeah, for
Aaron
sure.
is saying here that he likes Wilbur Smith, The Dark and
Ah,
the Sun, and the books. But yeah, Rhodesia are a few of the books that I've read about Rhodesia.
well, I'll just get back to American football, and I'm uh, gonna get a head start on this Marlon James
Hmm.
book. In fact, I already did, but I like him.
Yeah, my read tomorrow will be The Christmas Carol. For again, I don't know how many
Yeah.
times I've read that.
Well, I worked on a stage production of that. I was just like backstage assistant to the stage manager. I was calling some of the light cues. We had to fly around the Ghost of Christmas Future. It was a really small actor, but he was really good. But we flew him around, and it was fun.
Hmm.
A bit of underdone potato. All right.
Anyway,
Well, thanks,
um,
Sean.
yeah, thanks for coming on, Aaron. Geez, well, Aaron and everybody, for uh, comments. Sorry, I'm just really fading here. So, but everybody, good night and have a good Christmas.
All right. Catch you all later.